Orleans. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Denver Broncos and the New Orleans Saints. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And we are underway from the Superdome. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. At the 21-yard line. Andy Dalton. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's third down.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled him a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost and then a little bit more.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup, first down, New Orleans.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now Dalton. They'll get this out to Kamara. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
4th down, Dalton wants to throw. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he is going to have the Saints first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Johnson's got it complete. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. And again, Andy Dalton to throw. A quick one here hauled in by Kamara. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 15-yard line. Dalton operating in the red zone now. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Another try after the first down sack. Dalton throwing right, and that's complete. How about this opening drive? Play number 12 now. This is 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion. A 25-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 22. Wilson. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. It makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
On 2nd and inches, Wilson. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. The mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick 6.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tagged as one of the best in the league the prior season.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Lutz now to kick this one away. Montrell Washington on the return from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw hauled in by Washington. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
They go play action with Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Beck. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. He was out there waving his arms. And when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, they moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to again amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
Fourth down. Here's Wilson. This goes to the tight end, Eric Saubert. And he is going to have a Broncos first down, as that'll be a gain of 15 on 4th. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed.
you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
From midfield now, here's Wilson being chased out left. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Credit that sack to Marcus Davenport.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Bronco All-Pro, Chris Harris. And the Saints are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
You got to know as a quarterback that's going to be tough to outthink this guy in the defensive backfield. He's been at it 11 years now, so he knows all the ins and outs of the position. He's in the right spot there to come up with the interception.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do?
That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara.
And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. To throw here, Dalton.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by Quan Williams. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. McManus's point after is good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
53, 93, 44.
Dalton right back on the horse after the pick 6.
That one complete down the field to Smith.
And out across midfield down to the 45. Dalton, 1st and 10. And this one is incomplete.
But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
On 2nd and 10, Dalton completing it to the right side. Johnson.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Despite only needing one, Dalton to throw.
Again, it's Johnson. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Dalton here from the gun.
Looking for Alvin Kamara on the slant. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And it'll be Dalton again. He finds his man Johnson. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're saying.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. This will be Dalton again. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half. Had an open man that time. We ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson.
This one complete to Jerry Jeudy.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
And the Saints are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
The first down throw coming for Dalton. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Alex Singleton.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Extra point from McManus is good. And that will put them on top here in the third. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
On 2nd and 11 now. Dalton. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10.
Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 41. Dalton now to pass. This is Smith with a grab. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 1st and 10 for Dalton.
A quick one here hauled in by Kamara.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And again, Andy Dalton to throw. Touchdown!
Jerron Johnson
from 3 yards out.
And the Saints have retaken a third-quarter lead. That's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, yeah, give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Dennis Allen going to go for 2 here. He's leaving his offense out on the field.
Here's Dalton to throw for it. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Wilson.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. fielded at about the 28. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Dalton. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Kareem Jackson.
And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
Wilson's throw hauled in by Washington.
Touchdown, Broncos.
Montrell Washington,
a 14-yard touchdown.
And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the third quarter.
McManus's point after is good, and we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kareem Jackson.
And the Broncos are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play.
So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. After the interception, here's Wilson. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On 2nd and 11 now. Dalton. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39.
And the Saints first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton.
In the hands of Kamara.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
From just shy of midfield. Dalton complete. It's Johnson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So we're 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line. A give. This is Kamara. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Andy Dalton. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. First down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
A 10th carry for Kamara. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They run it again with Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. The kick by Lutz is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field to start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw taken in by Sutton.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
You have to like the play call because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and then completions to use the clock.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and let your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in two installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Third down, trying to get a little bit closer. From here, the field goal would be 55 yards. That's complete to the tight end, Saubert. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. That was a fantastic job of keeping that play alive. He had a chance to tuck it. I thought he might.
They work on those situations all the time. This is coached, being able to keep your eyes downfield, keep the play alive, and not automatically run with the football. How about that lesson absorbed, and it turned into a big play.
And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
CD, that was an all-or-nothing drive to win this football game, and they rose to the occasion to take the lead here in the waning moments.
And how about how they got it done? No timeouts left. They take it downfield, execute perfectly, and get it done. Now they don't leave their opponent with a heck of a lot of time on the clock.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They were unhappy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Dalton. There's Chris Olave. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Now Dalton.
And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple, because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the